All right, the Pioneer League draft just took place. James Harris all the way out in Florida making that selection. The Ballers picked at 11. And James, what did we do and why?
So the draft was pretty good. There was about 100 guys that came out. And we ended up selecting a kid named Gabe Vasquez. He's a left-handed hitting outfielder from Texas Southern. He spent a little bit of time at McNeese State with a few of our former Ballers for a year, and then he transferred over to Texas Southern. And we think he's a guy that can be a potential power bat in the middle of our lineup and provide a little bit more offense to what we already have signed already in the offseason.
Yeah, I looked at his bio, 6'3", about 205. So obviously this guy can hit for power if he connects. So how did he look at the tryout?
Going into the tryout, I think we were open-minded to a couple spots we wanted to fill in our roster, but considering the fact that we had the 11th pick, some of those guys are going to be taken early, right? I think it's hard when you have to pick as low and you want to try and get the best guy available too. And so we really when going into it, I had to be open-minded to pitching and defense and look at both options. I think in batting practice, he showed a pretty easy and consistent swing that he was able to repeat, and then just also doing some extra homework on him and a few other guys. I liked where he was at there, and then athletically, defensively, he made some good routes on some balls, moved well in the outfield. Didn't get a chance to see him really run in the scrimmages, but he did have a small track record of some stolen bases in college too. So anything that we can do to try to find the best athlete, I think is always a good start because we want to be fast, we want to be strong, we want to be athletic, and find guys that we think would have the potential to actually play at the next level, once leaving Oakland.
In the Pioneer League draft, it's an interesting concept because people show up to these open tryouts in Florida, right? And then the top essentially 12 guys get picked. Is that how it works?
Yeah. So each team gets a pick, and it's ordered based on it's ordered by record in the regular season. So we had the second best record in the overall in the entire league. So that was where we got the 11th pick from. Now you do still have the option to trade your pick and make whatever deal that you would like with any other organization. We decided to keep our pick. And so every team is required to take one player, and that player then gives us a 26 roster spot because we're only eligible for 25. And so when whoever we draft from the tryout, we're able to keep on the roster as a 26 man with no penalty.
Now the roster is taking shape. There's been a lot of big signings. We obviously have open tryouts coming up here in Oakland at Raimondi Park, March 8th. That's just 2 Saturdays from now. Do you have anything in particular you're looking for in that open tryout, or again, just best available? Let's see what the local talent has to offer.
I think we're always looking best available. Like you can never go wrong with a good arm. And again, defensively, offensively, you want a guy with a good bat, but especially at this stage in the game where in this stage of the offseason, guys that have a little more versatility, right? You want to have a primary position, but to have a little bit of versatility can give you a little bit of an edge because it gives us some flexibility in our lineup to be able to move guys around, moving the DH, give a guy a day off if necessary, and you can be able to fill that hole versus kind of being one-dimensional in one spot. So, some versatility definitely plays, but best available. I mean, that's what this game is about, is kind of like a next man up mentality. And, there's no, if we sign a guy from the tryout and invite them to camp, that's our goal. And if it's a guy that we don't sign directly from the tryout and invite him to camp because there's only so many spots, those guys should still be training and working out because we remember names, we remember faces, and things happen so fast in season where if we have a guy that's readily available, especially a local guy, that can be the next call as opposed to waiting for a guy to come in 2 or 3 days later from across the country.
Yeah, and you guys had, 3 players that got signed out of open tryouts. One of them was Kelsey Whitmore, who made history in the Pioneer League after that. And obviously you guys know how to pick pitchers because you had 4 players signed to major league organizations in the first year of the Oakland Ballers alone. James, I know you got to jump on a plane, so I'm going to let you go. We'll keep this short because I don't want you to get stuck in that C group or anything.
No, I appreciate it. I can't wait to get back to Oakland.